here, he's made the right call. Stand behind that wall because Loud are coming in to get the plant on B. Oh, he might have an opportunity here. Oh, the opportunity's coming.
Yeah, he was hoping that he could make the player vulnerable and then right-click them as they moved away. I don't mind the idea, ultimately only having a classic, but now it's looking like a formality. Not much invested and more. What was invested was actually at least a Guardian onto Kankan. He's immediately dead. Already, though, we're actually going to see that Hunter's Fury thrown in. I guess they really believe they could take this round away from them. Chichu's managed to find another one. Maybe they might be right, but Sadak still just holding down the fort. Smoggy's found one more. Eventually, though, it does look like Loud are going to stabilize, and that's a pretty big ult to commit off rip.
Right? I mean, it's not even like they were already positioned to have a chance. They just went whole hog on it.
It was a one-for-one trade and a post-plant.
And they had pistols on the way back through, and post-plant. Yeah, it's just a bit strange. Timeout from EDG. And, okay, looking at where their ults are, it's not like they're going to have a huge problem in the ult economy. They've got a couple big ones coming online soon. One thing that's drawing my eye, though, is the fact that Sadak has a lockdown now, and they're not going to have too much to deal with it. They're going to have to rely on other well-placed utility.
Yeah, at least a lot of ults other than that are coming online. That could be the reasoning from EDG, is make this one a bit more costly, have a chance to win the round, and then we've got one ult online and 3 very close. So it could just be an argument of, okay, we don't actually just want to have them all at the same time and then just spam one round. But yeah, definitely an audacious attempt. Again, though, Loud already 4-1 in the lead. As I said, I feel like expectations are there for both teams to have their strengths over on that attacking side. I think that's where we've seen, especially so far in this tournament, going by ACS, going by ADR, going by the most stats that involve kills, Kankan's at the top. Right now, he has 1. Which is not a great sign if EDG are going to be winning this, because there have been serious vulnerabilities. Even games that they've lost, he's still been in the 20+ kills bracket. So I'm a little bit worried for them at this point in time that if he doesn't come online, which I'll be honest, I think he will, but if he doesn't, this is going to be a blitz of a game.
I mean, we saw a good attack side from EDG on this map up against Genji, but we're going to need to see them build those foundations here on the defense. So far, it's been pretty lights out from Loud. And the movement towards B, quick. They're making a lot of noise on the way through, but again, it has the same vibe as before. Just look at the dots on the minimap falling back. They've dragged a huge rotation from EDG. There's now 3 players on the B side, 1 close by around mid, and only 1 man standing alone as nobody on the A side, up on pipes. And if he doesn't move quickly, he won't have a way to fall back. He's going to have to commit to this angle in the next couple seconds unless we see him retreat. And, well, he's now stuck. He's going to have to hold his ground and take this battle with the lockdown in play. I wonder what the idea here is. Maybe a flash from afar to allow him to swing around the corner. Maybe he'll just go for it. Just the one to be found. That's it.
It's a pocket of space. Kankan has managed to survive at the back. But now there's a rotation in the other direction once more. Still a player lurking around this position. Howdong waiting patiently, but he has to be careful that he's not caught out.
30 seconds
There are a lot
left.
of players pushing from a lot of different angles. He might just, no, he's missed the timing just by a millimeter. That's enough, and actually, Chichu's now gone down. Again, this round is starting to get really dangerous. There are so many angles he has to be careful of, and Les is going to win that first. Howdong caught in no man's land, and for 4v3, it might be down to just 1. Tui's waiting patiently. Loud have managed to recover from a position that looked really dangerous to making this round look comfortable.
I think they've just had a really, really strong mid-round decision. We had 2 rounds ago where Loud seemed to be in control the whole way through. They had their game plan and it worked perfectly. EDG didn't put them on the back foot. It looked like the same thing here, even with the disruption of nobody finding a kill. Right now, Smoggy grabs 1, but it's too late to get back in to deal with 2. Maybe he can do some more damage, and that may be, well, it's turning to a reality. That's a free kill for him. But even still, the reality is Loud have just gotten away with highway robbery, stealing this out from EDG. It was a close one that EDG might even have had the upper hand in, but they got chopped up into individual fights all across the map just by not having a read on what the hell Loud were trying to do.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, because I think for Howdong I can kind of forgive. Like, he ended up surrounded because of where the battles went elsewhere, but every other player ends up alone.
Like, not a single one of those fights was tradable, and Loud just play off that. Just position themselves fantastically well. And yeah, the mid-round calls were great because that initial take for them, even using a lockdown, it didn't go very well. EDG did well, but it's just the way that they play in the mid-round that was sublime. Now 5-1 up over on that attack side. This is definitely looking a little bit ropey at this stage. Kan's going to try and pad the gap. He has had a quiet match so far. Got his second kill in the last round, but it didn't really matter too much.
Here.
Now his Bladestorm definitely has potential.
Here.
Well, that potential's not realized this time around, is it? And I think the other problem being that, okay, Chichu might be able to get them back in the next round for retakes. I doubt he's going to be using lockdown here. And there's a Hunter's Fury online for Kalanzine. He's not going to be deploying that anytime soon, I reckon. So there's like the safety nets that appear to be forming underneath EDG aren't really there. Damage being done. It actually is keeping Loud's economy pretty low, despite a 5-1 lead. If they lose a couple more players here, it will end up being costly enough that EDG might be able to reasonably force an eco out of this squad with 1 or 2 wins, depending on how investments go.
Last player standing.
The reality is there hasn't been a lot of hope in these rounds, and this one's not really the one to give us any extra. If Les goes down, it could be an advantage, or if he gets the kill, just 1 away from a Viper's pit, and he's sticking around. This looks like it'll be his fight, and not one he'll win, but that does still get the pit online. Costs you a rifle, but it doesn't give Chicho an orb. He already had the lockdown.
No, again, it ends up actually being fine. Like, Loud may not be keeping these as clean as they'd like, but they're still comfortably able to buy for at least a couple of rounds. Their ult economy, again, has been fantastic. Someone's tripping out. And for the side of EDG, they're already going to be taking their second pause, and I don't blame them, because these rounds, even though, okay, there's been casualties, I don't think any of them have looked particularly close, especially once you get to the second portion of the round. And they need to start getting onto the board, because sure, there's expectations that their attack side is going to be better, but they need to actually have a decent sort of foundation to actually build upon, because let's not pretend like Loud are just going to allow them back into the game. Like, they've got some fantastic players over on their side that, like, you'd bet your house on at least 1 round Les is just going to win it. Like, let's be real. He has been one of the best players, I would say, in the tournament, but of the last year, 2 years, like, you could keep going back, he has been up there. So I think at this stage there needs to be a decent change. And EDG in the past, Chichu, there was that interview where he said they really do rely on their coaching staff. They learn a lot, they take a lot. Well, let's hope the second pause is where they get that.
We saw a lot of conversation about Coach Alex's pause yesterday and the impact that it had for Paper X, them going on to win like 11 out of 13 of the next rounds. Maybe that can be the case for EDG here. They don't even need it to be that strong of a statement, just this attack side to at least have some legs. Remember, even the best teams in the world will refer to those pistols as coin flips, and you don't want to be going into that with 1 round in your bank. Big problem for them. It's not like EDG have no ultimates, but Loud can one-up them. They've got the exact same, plus a Reckoning. That could help to root out the Viper's pit. And of course, the lockdown on Chichu, as we said, not really going to be that threatening when Kalanzine's still up.
Yeah, he's probably just holding the Hunter's Fury for that exact reason, so... Already? Oh, no, never mind. No, he wants to kill. He's gunning for blood, and he's going to get it as well. Might even get a tag onto Smoggy, not far away. Nobody's been having a bleak time over on this A side. Smoggy does well, but he has to give it up. The Reckoning is going to force him back completely, and I imagine we're going to see, it's an up-top plant, because they're just going to play this one passive. You want to go for a lockdown? Sure. We're going to be sitting so far back that it's not even going to matter. And I'm also starting to have a look at that rotation coming through from Les. He's looking to backstab them.
He's going to be caught. That's the only downside, but maybe they'll think he's around middle, not up here. No, they're checking it, and he's won the fight with 2 snake bites in a post plant. You'd imagine he'd be setting up for that right now, but instead they're committing more resources with Tui's moving through mid. This is a counter to what EDG just put through. A lockdown used, but their back is now wide open. And as they push forward, Les is doing exactly the same. Snake bite up top just to secure no defuse, but there's no one near the defuse. No one near the spike. In fact, as Tui's is about to realize, swinging into heavy traffic. And, you know, it's not nice to have 4 kills in a round and have to go and save, but that's the reality for EDG. 7 now on the board for Loud.
Yeah, this one's going to come up as a Red Bull clutch, but there was nothing even particularly clutch about that. That round was over about 20 seconds ago. Like, Loud came in, again, every single round we're witnessing, they have a game plan. They know what their opponents have. Okay, they've got a lockdown. Let's put ourselves in a post plan that doesn't allow that to work. Let's have Les come around on the flank and basically just put this round to bed with the amount of doubts that their opponents are going to have. Like, right now, this is looking like a masterclass from Sadak and Loud, and EDG haven't yet turned up to the party.
I think that's spot on, Tom. It's been a really rough one to watch if you're an EDG fan. For Loud, well, we talk a lot about the curse of Masters for this team, and it looks like it might be on its way to being broken. 7-1, a strong scoreline and a strong start as they once again, on the side of Loud, push EDG out of control over Belong.
Do they actually go beat this round, or are they just going to take the orb and go back?
No, it's got to be an orb.
See, they haven't left a lurk. I think they're going
It could be the Viper's Pit also, you know.
There's no one lurking. It's a B take.
You actually are spot on with that one. Previously, they've always had that extra player behind. This time, it's commitment. But EDG are committing. They haven't played like this up behind Yellow. It hasn't been spotted, but the reveal now gives away the game. That's a disaster for Loud. Or for EDG, pardon. It's a miracle for Loud.
Yeah,
Free as can be.
QCK took some damage, and
Yeah,
honestly, that's a disaster.
Over. EDG are going to win the round. Easy peasy. Oh, man, they can't get anything to fall in place for them. Even there, it was a Cloudburst that wouldn't fall in the right spot.
Oh, there we go. The three players at this stage might actually just go for this. But again, Loud's post plants have been sublime. It hasn't even been particularly close. That knife was nice. It's basically caught everybody. They know where they are, but there's nothing they can do. And Kawazine, he is not looking to be kind. Already spawning out Chichu, an awkward fight. And he is still surviving. Timmy the Turret trying to help out at least a little bit. Looking to reposition, take the fight, and he's going to get rid of Smoggy as well. Just removing the weapons that they're trying to save. Finally, they'll deal with him. But again, the round is over. It's been over for another 25 seconds. They're just looking to fight to hold their guns. That's the game at the moment for EDG.
They are fighting a different battle every single round. Like we saw the previous one, it was on A. They pushed up forward to try and deal with the post plant. Ended up being flanked themselves. Round was over. This time, it's the whole squad is here to deal with this one Sova lurking in two.
The funny thing is, I feel like there, Kankan tries to fall back, get pinged by the dart. I don't know if that's intentional, but it seemed like it could have been, because he then gives away, okay, maybe there isn't someone else there. QCK just runs around the corner and headshots him anyway. Like, it made no difference what the plan was.
Get out of my way.
It just domes both. And QCK has been having a much better performance. The setup's been there. Let's not beat around the bush. Well, Chichu's at least going to get one, and no trade. Actually, the high tide kind of helping them out here. Another one for Howdong, but Sadak has found two in response.
Yeah, Tui's hasn't had the best round with his util there, chopping up the map to stop them from being able to keep control of mid, but EDG took it by the reins. Chichu on the flank.
Spike planted.
Good position, but Sadak is still up, and he's on his way back, so that util is going to be online. Has to be broken. Now they know. Now they're ready for the fight, and a little closer than expected. It's Kawanzine looking to take Chichu down yet again. And on this angle, he's not losing it. Clean shot to the head. Viper's Pit went up and online, and that is stopping any chance of them defusing. Surely they've got to... Oh, that's actually a nice recon up top. It hasn't caught him, but it's given away that he's there. Maybe the spams can find value. Kankan's got to wait a moment as nobody steps forward. He's dodging the spam, but Kawanzine steps in on an unexpected play. Even the pit dropped in the end for Les to find that kill. Tom, this is looking like a mismatch on Icebox.
Yeah.
EDG's map pick, and they've yet to get off one round.
This is a masterclass. Genuinely a masterclass from Loud. It seems like their decision-making has been perfect pretty much all the way through the game. Again, this started off with a decent individual play coming out from Chichu, but then Sadak pops up, they get into the afterplant, and the second that spike has gone down, my belief in EDG winning the round has gone down to about 5%, because it just hasn't even been remotely close. 9-1. We've already seen this happen once when they played Breeze versus Gen G. EDG didn't show up to the party in this map, and it's not looking good. Kankan has been divved. That's not something I think has been said in his entire career.
Oh, Oh, he's been hot this tournament as well. One of the big reasons I was coming in here believing in EDG, but I can't even point to one player not showing up. One piece of the puzzle, the whole puzzle's missing. All I've got is the front cover to think about what could have been. And hopefully we'll eventually find those missing pieces. EDG are searching frantically. It's a Hunter's Fury pulled out of the bag. Not finding its mark just yet, some damage, but Sadik and Les quickly trade that back. Very few defenders left standing. In fact, now just one. Smoggy's on all fours. Aodong tries to get back towards him, but he can't land a single shot. It's Sadik to utterly demolish this squad. I mean, he's been doing it so far with his calling. This time he takes it into his own hands, 10-1.
I didn't enjoy that.
Oh, this is hard to watch.
Yeah, they used the Hunter's Fury there, and they used, actually, to tell a lie, they used the null command and the Hunter's Fury, and they didn't even get a kill in the round. I think we've just got to start thinking about map 2. This is not even remotely close to what we were expecting coming into today, and we've already seen in the past the back and forth between Khan and Sadak, the sniper and the sniper's mocker. And wow, 2-11. Normally, I'm not one to highlight the kill feed. It's not particularly relevant in most games, but when Khan goes, as said, the #1 when it comes to ACS, ADR, kills per round, he has been up there in every single stat this tournament. Right now, he is non-existent. Haodong doesn't even have any shields here. That's how bleak this is at the moment, and they just can't catch a break. Not even connecting their shots at this point. No one can even hit a bullet. I think they're mentally boomed. I don't even know if they'll get a kill this round. No, it's nothing. It's a flawless round 10.5. Can we just call it there and go map 2?
Switching sides.
I think I might have just got EDG's coach comms there. Was that you or them? I wouldn't blame him. That's a tough one. But you rarely see a master class like this. And you got to say, those first 5 or 6 rounds, it was all Sadik. This guy pushing and pulling the map perfectly for his squad, with his squad. EDG didn't know what to do. In fact, we caught up with Sadik earlier on. So let's hear a little bit from him.
Meu nome é Matias, também conhecido como Sage Hack, e sou o capitão da Loud. Em preparação para esse jogo, eu acho que foi muito mais a gente ter confiança que podíamos virar essa situação na que a gente está. Então, o segundo mapa foi difícil, mas eu estava com muita confiança, sabíamos que a gente podia. Eu sabia que podíamos trazer isso de volta, então pedi para que eles confiassem em mim que ia dar tudo certo.
No secrets about this on the way back through. Sadak just stomping onto site.
But a 1-for-1 trade, the numbers so favourable towards Loud. Guaranteeing closing in, it's all on Autumn. This guy has been a rock star for this side, but a brutal position, a brutal round to potentially go home on. Has he got the heroics in him? He's got so many targets, so many threats. He can't do it!
A gente já se enfrentou no passado contra a EDG, sabemos que é um time muito bom. A EDG em particular é um time que sabe muito bem trocar o ritmo das jogadas. Às vezes ele joga muito devagar, às vezes ele joga muito mais rápido. E isso faz que seja um pouco difícil de ter uma boa leitura contra eles, né? Às vezes a gente ele faz lurker, realmente é difícil. Joga muito bem com o Predator no ataque, então tem uma variedade estratégica muito boa. Para os fãs, amamos vocês, muito obrigado pelo apoio, vocês são incríveis, espero que vocês assistam nós, continuem apoiando nós. Se fica muito cedo para vocês, peço perdão, é o que temos para hoje. E é isso, um beijo gigante, muito apoio para nós.
Well, Tom, Khan said in the video earlier on that he wanted to strike fear in the hearts of his opponents when they saw his name. Well, they're going to have to look way down the scoreboard to see his name on this map. That is a rare thing. And on the attack side, Tom,
Kick him while he's down.
There's basically no hope. There's essentially no hope. An 11-1 comeback, Mini couldn't even make this happen.
Give him a ring. See what he says.
Phone a friend?
Yes.
Or 50-50?
Let's see how good Mini's Chinese is.
I reckon he's a man of many talents.
To be honest, I
Posters probably taught
wouldn't
him.
even be surprised.
No.
But here we go. 11-1. It has not been a good start. Still, potential of a turnaround in the next map, and at least maybe some life in this pistol round. They are going to be able to get off to a strong start. Less looking to find one back so clean with it. They've got to be careful not to let this one slip away. Already looking like it could happen. Chichu eventually will be able to find one. Kawazin, he's very close. And I almost feel like Chichu's tempting fate. They have got themselves in a massively advantageous position, though. An open plant that normally you could only dream of. Multiple positions. Actually, I think the cross maybe missed here. The headshot wasn't even needed, but he has managed to find that first kill.
There's no chance, though. With the time so low, look how far back they're playing. Still with a reveal. You'd have to force one of the fights. Smoggy's already tucked in. At this stage, miracle work needed. 45 HP as well. Nobody cleans it up. And there it is, Tom. They've doubled their rounds. It's a consolation prize for the time being. Oh, don't hold your breath.
Yeah, I want to actually see if they can just even build into it on an individual level.
Well,
Like, I
Con needs a warm-up.
Yeah, exactly. This is basically his aim labs before his aim labs. Like, that's what I want to see. Just taking the time to sort of get themselves into a good position, because they've come in cold and they've been shut down by Loud, who have looked fantastic throughout this map. So I think even just a few rounds, getting themselves feeling more comfortable back on that stage, it could be a pretty big deal for the side of EDG. And in this round, as you can see, there's no real safety net. They're just going straight in with those rifles. Chichu won't be the one to invest, a full gamble. But already with the drone giving away where this push is going to be coming in, the full force of Loud will be coming in on the rotation. A few upgraded pistols, but for Sadak, the only goal, slow them down and see if they can do a bit of damage.
What a round it would be to take off them, but yeah, you're right. The goal here is just to drop rifles, run that cost. Boy, giving Concon that little boost of energy. He's playing with the Outlaw, waiting for this wall to fall. They'll have some targets. Loud, very patient, but EDG are starting to make a read on this. There's a lot of players around here, some utility in play, and the spike is on its way back towards A, leading the charge by himself. It's a little concerning. If there was still a lurker around A, nobody would have... I mean, he's 68 HP as well. He'd have a serious fight in his hands, but it looks like he might get away with it scot-free. Although, actually, the timing is kind of poor here as he goes through the wall. Kawanzin's waiting. Now the spike's down. There's a rifle there, but it can't be retrieved. Chichu's lurking around mid to catch those rotates, but he's going to be spotted in a second. In fact, spotted now. Now he's stuck, and there's players swinging from all directions. Loud, all of a sudden, are in a 5v3. 12 seconds left as the spike is planted. At least they can breathe a sigh of relief. The clock is now on their side, and the players pushing back in haven't got big weapons. Even the kill they got on mid was just a sheriff, so nothing big retrieved. Kawanzin already fallen. Okay, EDG are starting to get their hands on the reins again. It's back under control. It's not looking too scary, although a couple players are low. The time is ticking. Oh no, it's only one. Concon, this is his chance. His aim labs, right? He just needs to hit a few shots, and it's Sadak again. Oh, 12 rounds for Loud, and EDG probably wishing they could have just jumped to the next map. This is more demoralizing.
That was a Mastercard thrifty.
Was it, Tom? Did they not buy? No, they didn't force buy that?
I think it was two ghosts and then classics, and
Yeah,
I think they picked up the sheriff. Even the sheriff that he got 2 more kills with was picked up. He didn't even buy the sheriff, Mitch. He didn't even buy that sheriff.
It's okay, because they're going to map 2, man. They're really good on their opponent's map picks, Tom. Yeah, there we go. Well, fair play.
He's got an Odin in mid. He's got Odin in. Hey! Okay, Concon's managed to get 2. Maybe, no, who are we even kidding?
No.
There's so much still that needs to be done. Still 3 players standing for either side. The early battles at least being even. I thought the Odin had a possibility. QCK, neither has spotted the other. Concon is just literally next to both of them. They've all walked past. If anybody turns around, they're just going to see him sat on a perch. There we go. Eventually goes down.
They don't know the second
Smoggy
player.
again has traded, though. It's the players with the weapons. Still, that push-up from Tuiz and obviously the turret no longer online. As they do look to head in towards this A site. The wraparound's coming. You can see less. It's just waiting, watching, buying extra time, even putting the wall up just to slow them down that little bit further. This is all an attempt to try and just give opportunities to his teammates. At this stage, he should know exactly where these
30
players are
seconds
coming
left.
from. The snake bite again, just to make them that little bit weaker as Tuiz continues his sneaky little play around the back. His opponent's none the wiser that he's going to be right up behind them. First kill's free, and he'll close it as well. It has been a map to forget for the side of EDG as Loud come in with one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant performance we've seen in the tournament so far. They are one step away from making it to the top 4.
Nothing but smiles from Sadek up on that stage, and I'd be surprised if I saw anything else. We know EDG are good on their opponent's map picks. No.
Okay, we're going to toss it. I don't want to talk about that. We'll let the desk maybe bring it down after the break.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Red Bull gives you wings.
You better be happy day.